was a good run. TikTok might actually be cooked now. Everyone in the US who opened their app today got this notification. Now, if you don't know, today is the day that TikTok officially sold to America, and now they're apparently collecting some new data from users. This notification basically lets everyone know that the app is under new management and that they're going to be collecting new types of location data, whatever that means.
I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just being honest because we really don't know what's going to happen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, TikTok here in the United States is selling on January 22nd. And part of the deal is that TikTok will have a brand new algorithm centered around the United States in which us creators would be a part of. But if you're watching this video outside of the United States, outside countries and users will not be able to, let's just say, change the algorithm so that a certain video will be seen further on the For You page. Now, we're not really quite sure how this new algorithm is going to work. We are assuming that for the very first week, it's going to be kind of goofy as the algorithm's kind of rebuilding itself. But it's our understanding that if you're watching videos for your favorite creator and you're outside the country and you watch it enough, usually you'd be able to watch it, like it, share, and it gets pushed further. We're assuming that's not going to be the case, and it could get to the point to where you don't see your favorite US creators on the For You page anymore. And I just want to reiterate, we don't know what's actually going to happen. I just want to prepare you in case you don't see your favorite creator. You might have to search for them or find them on a completely different platform. That's why I suggest finding us on, whether it's Facebook, Meta, Instagram, whether it is on YouTube or Blue Sky or Substack. Now is the time to do that, because before you know it, you may not realize that the algorithm changed and it's more US centralized, and that's why you're not seeing your people. This is just kind of like your warning. And I'll be honest with you, I've spoken to a lot of people. We all don't know what's going to happen. Many of us actually worry that the person that this is being sold to might even regulate the algorithm so that you don't see political content. But I just want to make sure that you can still find my stuff if you need me. So go find your favorite creator, follow them now, because once again, I don't know what's going to happen on January 22nd.
As this man said, by all means, follow your favorite creators, your favorite political news outlets, because they definitely are going to be affected by this. We might have to say goodbye to TikTok, especially if it's going to be even more censored. An app that just started off from just dance videos has now become the most important app in the global stage. We in the UK are not seeing our followers in the For You page at the minute. There's a lot of things they are changing. Honestly, having TikTok under the ownership of Oracle, and also Larry Ellison is gonna be interesting. I mean, he said a lot of crazy stuff that we need to pay attention to.
Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
That was Oracle's co-founder Larry Ellison talking about AI-powered surveillance and how he envisions it becoming a part of daily life. On January 22nd, he'll be the lead investor owning TikTok. So what does this mean for users? This group of Trump-aligned billionaires will decide how the algorithm is working, what shows up in your feed, and what doesn't. This is a serious concern given Ellison's political affiliation. The man literally acquired the Free Press, a right-wing online website that's positioned itself as the leading anti-woke voice on the internet. His son, David Ellison, is the billionaire who ruined CBS by putting it under the leadership of Barry Weiss. The very person who suppressed the 60 Minutes episode exposing the horrors of Trump's immigration system. But it doesn't stop there. The world is paying attention to this sale. Far-right Israeli Prime Minister and Trump BFF Benjamin Netanyahu described the sale as
the most important purchase that is going on right now is class TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential.
What does he know about how Ellison will run TikTok? It's obvious. January 22nd is very likely going to bring a whirlwind of change to how TikTok functions, and that could amount to progressive voices being censored. But here's what you can do. Follow the accounts at the forefront of breaking news and turn their notifications on. Follow trusted political influencers, nonprofits, and advocates, and turn their notifications on. Do not let Trump's billionaire buddies censor and silence the voices of America.
Someone's like back to Red Note.
Oh shit, here we go again.
If ByteDance was smart, they would launch a new app that is functionally the same as ZipZap or something. We could all move there and watch as TikTok becomes a hellhole like X is now. Citizens will leave and TikTok will become a failed right-wing echo chamber just like X.
With the TikTok sale officially nearing within potentially the next couple days, I know a lot of you have questions and a lot of them have been left unresolved. And for the first thing I want to address is, will TikTok be shutting down during the sale, and will we have to migrate to another app? Now, if you've been keeping up on the TikTok sale, the ban, I know a lot of you did read that story about the M2 app and a lot of those claims being debunked by TikTok, specifically their statement on the Reuters exclusive, where TikTok said the recently posted Reuters story, which is based on anonymous, uninformed sources, is factually inaccurate. And while TikTok briefly did go offline early in January 2025, went back online, then the negotiations for this potential sale continued. Now, while a new ownership agreement has been signed, which basically would keep TikTok operating in the United States, the deal is expected to close officially by January 22nd, 23rd, around that time. However, there is speculation about TikTok going dark while we have to move to another app, and none of that has been officially confirmed or cited in any news article that I could find. It would continue to operate, but we just don't know for 100% sure if it's on this app. Now that brings me to my next point, which is, will Americans be able to interact with the international TikTok community? Because of how the algorithm and the infrastructure will be restructured, will we be cut off from the rest of the people who we interact with on the daily? When it comes to these details, it's not very clear at all. Fortune released a story in September 2025 saying we basically wouldn't be cut off from the rest of the TikTok community, internationally speaking. There's a lot of people on Reddit who think otherwise. And it's really hard to say when it comes to this. We don't have all the hard, cold facts. Additionally, we don't have a copy of that agreement that TikTok, Oracle, the United States government, all those parties signed, especially when it comes to who's investing in this new infrastructure of TikTok. This detail might have to shake out in the near future. Now, number 3, speaking about TikTok and its new future, I know a lot of you are concerned when it comes to propos and how the algorithm would be manipulated or it would be changed, or how the real-time recommendation system would be altered to show specific types of videos, creators, or news. This answer is not very hard to give. I think if you just look into who is potentially going to own TikTok, the stake that they have in the app, what Netanyahu has said.
We have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefield. And the most important ones are in social media. Most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok.
All the media that the Ellisons are gobbling up, a very clear picture starts to form. However, how those parties will plan on changing the app, we don't have any transparency for that. Rule of thumb is to get your news from multiple sources, not just your trusted TikTokers that you love. Oh, and lastly, this one we actually do know for sure. Does blocking Oracle do anything? I'm gonna hold your hand. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. On the surface, it might look like it, especially if you block someone on the For You page, you know it kind of looks like it resets. But blocking a cloud service provider on an app that doesn't post any videos will not, it won't do what you think it's doing. However, with how real-time recommendation systems work, even if you block someone or don't block someone, you're going to be shown other videos. That's how the recommendation system works. It's going to continually show you new types of content.
Oh my God, this is going to be an interesting year. It's so concerning that people think blocking an account on TikTok will somehow stop a company with control of cloud infrastructure and the algorithmic system running the platform from manipulating them. So concerning. I'm more worried about the tracking and surveillance. I feel they will share our comments and likes with the government to punish certain groups. Thoughts?
So, Oracle now owns TikTok. China no longer owns TikTok. TikTok is now American or something like that. The algorithm has been sold. There's now a new algorithm. TikTok, your For You page is now 100% American owned or whatever. I don't really care. This is due to the instructions of the US government via 2020 carried on in 2024. Whatever. So, I'm going to start saying some key buzzwords so I can hopefully get on the For You page again, figure out this new algorithm, and maybe improve the standing of my account, because let's be honest, I've been falling off since 2023. I love the United States of America. I support all of our decisions, foreign and domestic. My favorite book is The Art of the Deal from Donald Trump. I love big corporations and billionaires, Blackstone, Oracle. Keep buying AI, use all the energy in the world, use all the water in the world to create low-quality memes. Boo, European countries. Yay, let's buy Greenland. Yes, let's do it. Canada, you are trash.
I think there's more important countries you need to say good things about if you want to gain the algorithm favor. We know which country. You know which country, right? That one. Yeah, exactly. That one.
So apparently January 22nd is when the U.S. officially gets TikTok. So that's when I'm assuming that everything will change over to the U.S. officially. And I say, okay, as a collective group of people, if they do not fix what the heck has been going on TikTok the last 5 months, I say we all collectively leave once it switches to America. To show America that we don't want y'all being the owners. We don't want y'all monitoring us. We don't want anything to do with y'all in TikTok. And I think we go somewhere else, because I just think it's very foolish that we had an app that was really amazing, that everyone loved, no matter whether they were 15 years old, 25 years old, 35, 55, 65. There's no age demographic on this app. Like, everyone loves it in America. Mind you, half of the Americans use this app, and then they just switch it up on us. That's the consumer, that's the creators. Like, no, I think we have to do something about it to let them know that they can't just do whatever they want, and we the people just sit there and let them do it. They do this every time. When we have something good, they snatch it away. It's like we can't have anything for too long. So I think we go on strike on the 22nd if nothing changes. If it continues to be the same, I say we pack up and we dip. But we don't just like say we're going to do it and then a week later we're back. Like, we actually pack up and dip.
It's official, TikTok has been sold, and we now know who will be sitting on the board of the new U.S.-owned TikTok entity. First, the new U.S. operation is called TikTok USDS Joint Venture LLC. Everything I have been reporting about this deal is now officially confirmed. So this new LLC includes operations for not only TikTok US, but also CapCut, Lemonade, and a portfolio of other apps and websites in the U.S. The company statement says under this new ownership, TikTok users will still be provided with a global TikTok experience. They say U.S. creators will still be discoverable on a global scale. This includes for e-commerce, advertising, and marketing. The announcement also reveals the 7 majority American board of directors, which includes Shou Chu, who you probably know is TikTok's CEO. The other 6 members are all men, and they are all connected to the investors in this new operation. Those investors include the 3 managing investors, Silver Lake, Oracle, and MGX. Each of those 3 investors hold a 15% stake in TikTok USDS Joint Venture LLC, and ByteDance is retaining 19.9% of the company. Here is a list of the rest of the investors. Now, when you go through each of these investors, a group of them definitely have some kind of tie to President Trump. They're either big donors to the Trump campaign or Trump-connected super PACs, or they have some kind of philanthropic tie to the Trump administration. Of the 3 major donors, MGX is a UAE government-owned AI investment firm, which reportedly has direct business ties to the Trump family crypto business. And of course, Oracle is owned by Larry Ellison, who has documented ties to the president. Now, as I reported before, Oracle has been TikTok's data partner for years, so Ellison's involvement in TikTok is not new. You should also know the company says it is focusing on 4 key areas, which they do define. 1, data protection. They say this joint venture is going to operate a comprehensive data privacy and cybersecurity program that is audited and certified by third-party cybersecurity experts, which I reported has been happening at TikTok since 2023. 2, the company is going to retrain, test, and update the content recommendation algorithm on U.S. user data. And that content recommendation algorithm will be secured in Oracle's U.S. cloud. That is also not new. I have been reporting that TikTok has been doing exactly that since 2023. 3, this new company will secure U.S. apps through software assurance protocols and validate source code on an ongoing basis with Oracle, which is also not new. And finally, the 4th part of this, the joint venture will focus on trust and safety by safeguarding the U.S. content ecosystem and have decision-making authority for trust and safety policies and content moderation. Now, that last one is not new. Prior to this joint venture taking over TikTok, USDS was doing this very same thing. However, what's unclear is how this new company will make those decisions about trust and safety and what content moderation will look like under them.
Nothing ruins a good product faster than a US corporation. We're about to be censored so hard. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are with TikTok now officially being owned by the US and obviously a few other questionable people. Leave your comments down below if you plan to leave TikTok, ban it, or switch over to another app. Let us know down below. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. Also, if you haven't, check out some of these videos. I'm pretty sure you're definitely going to enjoy them. But nevertheless, I will see you guys when I see you. Peace.